Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 29 of It's No Secret Podcast Live. We are your hosts, Bianca Rose, Nikita, and Teresa. Say hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Shout out to everyone who's already watching us live on our Instagram, our Facebook, and our YouTube live channels. We really appreciate you guys. We got another good show in the books for you guys today. But one of these things is not like
Not
the
like the
other.
other.
One of these things just doesn't belong.
But as you guys can see, Sharis is not here with us today. She had a family emergency to deal with. So unfortunately, she could not be here with us. She may pop in on us. You never know, right? You never know with us. But hello to Shari. Hopefully everything's going okay. But we do have Nikita again.
Hi, I'm back. They
She's
can't
just-
take me.
She's just like the unofficial, official co-host of It's No Secret. So
I'm the back of class that sometimes gets pulled into the front of class.
Exactly. You get it. You get it. We talked about it. We're like, should we introduce her? Should we just put her in? We're like,
yeah.
they know who she
They
is.
get
They
it.
know it.
They know. If you don't know who Nikita is,
Then you
she's
haven't been
jaded Countessa. That's
outed.
Oh, wow. It's your mom.
all the way. All the way. I have been outing her today. But again, welcome to our show. As you guys know, any episode that we have, we share our highs and lows with you guys. So if you are watching us live, make sure you guys share your highs and lows with us in the chat as well as we go along with it. As always, we're going to start with our lows. So B, you get to go first.
My low is.
Milo.
My low is.
We're going to name our mascot Milo, just so you guys know.
Yeah. That's going to be a promo code later. Keep an eye out for the merch.
Yes.
But my low is this week, I've been reflecting today over this glass of wine, is that I am stressed. I am exhausted. I'm tired. And in response to that, I've actually been drinking a lot more this week than normal. So there's that. Cheers.
Coping mechanism, maybe?
Maybe, possibly.
Chink.
But cheers, though.
Yeah, drink. Everyone has their little leche of a drink.
We got some alcoholic beverages.
Mhm.
Okay. Nikita, what's your low for the week?
I was teased. I was defrauded. I was abused.
Holy shit.
Your face is killing me.
Stop. By
So,
whom?
IKEA, the company.
You can't joke about these things.
I would like to file a complaint because they're teasing me. So, as if you don't know, I have a health condition, and I have to have at least 100,000 plants around me, or I won't make it.
Are you and Bianca related?
It's not familial, but I think that it's like exposure time, and so she was.
It's a community.
I was a vector, so she got it.
Yeah.
It's a cult. It's more like a cult than a community right
We don't
now.
call it cold. We don't use
What is it? The opposite of addiction is community.
It's community. Yeah. So they were like, hey, girl, this cabinet's going to be back in stock. It's going to be July 1st or 2nd. I roped somebody into being able to take me there to get it because it's a rather large one. And then I get a notification pop up on my phone. I'm like, oh, my God, they're telling me it's in stock. They said it'll be in stock between the 5th and 12th. The 5th and the 12th. And I was like, I had a plan for this weekend that I was going to make another IKEA cabinet because I already have one. And now
Just threw a wrench in your plans. I'm sorry.
So it'll be the 4th, but
So rude.
I don't care.
Vicky Marie on Instagram said, oh my God, did I catch it too?
Listen, you're welcome to the community. Welcome.
It's the Plant Daddy community.
Yes.
I'm not a part of it.
Merch. What about you, T? What's your low for the week?
My low, believe it or not, has been Me just feeling a little bit disappointed in life these last couple days because as you guys know from our last episode, because I mean you guys all watch all of our episodes.
True.
My middle child is here visiting from California for the summer, and the fact that I can't just be off this whole time with her to spend it with her or to have the ability to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to, just say fuck it for a little while
Yeah, disappear.
and do this. Yeah.
It's
Like,
true.
it just really has me feeling like I did life wrong. And so I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel that way. But yeah, like that's been something that's really been bothering me these last couple days. It's like, fuck, I really want to be at home spending time with my kid, and
Yeah.
I can't just do that. So yeah, that's kind of my low for this week.
Very fair.
Yeah.
I remember because as I touched on before, my parents both were in the military. And so my mom was basically a single parent at certain times. And all the other moms were like classroom mom and play mom and this mom. And I was like, Mom, like, why don't you ever come? She was like, I have a job.
Yeah, exactly. My
Why are
daughter
you all not
literally
here? All the other moms have come.
my daughters literally every day right now are asking me, Mom, do you have to go to work tomorrow? Do you have to go to work tomorrow? And I'm like,
And
Do you
to
like
be
eating
fair,
every day?
no.
you're not helping.
Well, to not help further.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Oh, Miss Shelley shared her low. She said she forgot her AirPods.
Aw.
Aw.
Put on closed captions. You can see us talk.
Right,
You know
right.
we're always
Just
talking shit.
actually
Read
just
about
put
it.
us on speaker, and if somebody asks what you're listening to, make them subscribe.
Oh, you
Yeah,
know what? I
that's
think
the
she's at what is it, Top Golf? Have them stream on the TV.
on the
Oh,
TVs.
yeah,
That'd be great.
That'd be great. Greatly appreciated. Thanks. But let's switch up the tone here. Let's move on to our highs. So, B, what's your high of the Wednesday to Wednesday week?
My high is actually one of my sister's birthday passed this past week. She turned 26, so it was actually her golden birthday. So she turned 26 on the 26th. So she's my little 626 experiment.
Stop it.
So it's an ongoing joke. She's my little 626. So I got to leave work early and kind of spend the day with her and kind of enjoy that. Have
That's
a
nice.
sister bond.
So cute. Happy birthday.
Yes. Happy belated birthday, sister.
Yeah. I think one of my coworkers on Monday asked, like, oh, how was it? I was like, expensive. He said, not good or bad. I was like, it was expensive.
It was just expensive. Yeah. I get that. Nikita, what about you?
I will say that my high has been realizing that I'm capable of more than I thought. So I got my first IKEA cabinet that is part of my slippery slope, and I sanded it. I spray painted for the first time ever. Bianca came over and helped me tape some stuff off. We made some executive decisions, and I have just really felt like, oh, I was looking at it and I was like, this is going to look real homemade.
Aw.
But you know what? It's a home and I made it. But after looking at it, I was like, no, like I would be proud to post this on Instagram. This looks good. So
Yeah.
that was a really good feeling. Like, oh, you don't need
Okay.
to.
DIY.
See, I put the I am
I'm going to need you to post
DIY.
a picture so everyone can see.
Yeah, all of my 3 followers. You can see
Absolutely.
it.
Yes, all three of them.
It's you, me, and
You
Bianca.
got two of us right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool though. That does actually feel really good because
Yes.
I definitely am the type of person that always needs some type of creative outlet. And to see like your work at the end when it's all done is just such a rewarding feeling.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
What about you, Teresa? What's your
What about
high?
you? Flipping it around.
For me is actually ironically taking my low and turning it into a high, which is enjoying the time I am spending with my girls. And so I think I've been a little bit more present, which was a reality check for me. But I've been very present these last couple days. I got to take Thursday and Friday off last week. So I had a longer weekend to have with them. And So just being in the moment, even though we didn't really do anything like extravagant, they're very chill girls, which I love because mommy's chill too. But like just playing video games or just sitting around having a conversation while we're eating a meal, like just the little things have
It's
really kind
quality
of made my
time.
day.
Right.
Yes, yes, it's been amazing. I'm
Right.
enjoying every second of it.
That's so good.
Love that.
Vicky Marie on our Instagram said she watched the new Jurassic World movie at midnight, but I also learned that I'm no longer built to stay out until 3 a.m.
Girl felt
Shout
that.
out, Jace. Hey, girl. We chatted about this at work.
And happy belated birthday to Vicky Marie, too. Her birthday just passed as well.
On Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. We're all growing up.
All growing up, getting old, getting tired.
Yes.
It's grown up.
Yes.
I'm all grown up. All right. Well, those were our highs and lows. Thank you guys for joining us in the conversation. But now it's time to get into our topic of conversation for the show today. And because Shari wasn't going to be here and Nikita is joining us, if you guys have heard us talk in previous episodes that Nikita has been on, we all work together, right? So we share common feelings when it comes to like, work frustrations, burnout, things of that nature. So we really want to talk about burnout, but not just work related, but life, right? Life, work, family, relationships, friends, all of it, and the mental load that kind of comes with it all. So I want to kick it off with a very simple question that I think everyone that's listening to us can relate to, and that is, why the hell are we so tired all the time? Well, aside from my iron being low.
I was like, me personally, I pull up my night chart and it says right here, your vitamin D non-existent.
Right.
Aaron, try again.
I'm like, aside from my iron being low, but why do you guys think? Because I feel like I hear it from everybody. I'm so
More
tired.
lately than ever. Like, I just feel like that is just a common thing going around. I said, are we all in the same era? We're all experiencing the same thing all at once. So it's not just me, it's going around. So
And
what
not just
is
at
going
work.
on?
Not just at work. I think there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, across the world, environmentally. And then don't get me started on the politics here. That has been, for me personally, very, 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 very underlined, very draining.
Yes.
And I've actually cut back, and it's not a great thing, but I'm protecting my peace. I've cut back on my news consumption because it was just getting my heart rate up and the tears are flowing. And I was like, let's watch another plant video.
I had to do the same though. I literally have forced my TikTok algorithm to change now because I've said it on the show before. Like there's been times where I literally am crying, sobbing, watching things that are going on in the world and how fucking exhausting it is. And so I've literally forced my algorithm. Right now, the only thing on my For You page on TikTok is Love Island. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. It's Love Island and Kaylani. Okay.
I love that.
That's all I need to see.
But I mean, at least you're doing something to try to control that, that mindset, because what sucks is that burnout. It's, again, to your point, it's not just work, it's life in general. Life is lifing, and you're just the wrong way. You're just never seeming to be able to catch a break mentally, emotionally. Like you're always putting effort and just attention to negative things. And that's, I think, a big thing of why we are in that state of mind. What's contributing to it is all the negativity.
Yeah. And
I feel like, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Nikita.
I feel like in previous, at least for me personally, I'll speak for myself, it may be like, work is kind of garbage right now, but we have fun when we get out. Or, I may not be happiest at home, but golly goodness, I got a really good compliment today, this earlier in the week. Don't worry about it. But like those little golden moments kind of get you through it. And it just feels like it's been dim, dark, dim, damp, cold.
And to like the point that you guys were saying, it's like, we're not just hearing it at work about like everyone being so tired. We're hearing it everywhere. So I feel like even that is
Right.
adding to the mental
Mhm.
load, like, just hearing everyone, although we can relate in that aspect, it's still very like, "Damn, everybody
All of
though?"
us
Yeah.
Yeah,
all at
like
the same
And
time.
it's cool that it's good that you have that sense of community where it's like, wow, I don't feel alone in experiencing this, but
Mhm.
Mhm.
fuck, who's gonna get all of us out of this mindset? Like, it's a team
Right.
effort.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, like, there's a lot of I feel like invisible work that
Yes.
people don't see
Mhm.
that
Yes.
contributes to, like, everything that we feel too.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys in the chat as well, what's some of the invisible work that you guys kind of deal with? But ladies, what's invisible work that you guys might deal with on a regular basis? Something that people don't see, know that you deal with.
I'm never one to. Oh, I almost said something bad. Let me not. Clean it up. I'm never one to be like, oh my gosh, I gotta get that shine. Like I joke around a lot and everything, but at the end of the day, it's what's best for the stuff. And even if it sucks, it's like, hey, nobody wants to change the toilet paper, take out the trash, but we all have to do it. And if each of us are doing our own little part, then it's making it better across the board. And then I feed myself with that to say, like, if I walked in here, that's your 13th reason when you get your belt loop caught on something when you have a
Mm,
freaking attitude
it
and
just
God
happens on
grabs you and
that
snatches
day.
you down. Yeah. So I'm like, let me go ahead and just knock this out because you never know. That might be the thing when someone's like, if I get back to my desk and it's one more thing, I'm going to cry. And so I try to, if I've got the time, the bandwidth, which she hasn't, um, going in and just doing those quick little tasks that if it's just checking in, seeing what's going on, how was your day even? Because sometimes that's all, I've had it where I'm like, you know what? Thank you. Someone actually does care. Someone did
Mhm,
notice.
mhm.
I think trying to just be present and just a little bit adds up.
It's hard when you got a lot going on up here, though, to
Mm-hmm.
be mentally present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for me, an invisible task that I'm always, doing, like, literally always, work and home, is, like, I put a lot of pressure on myself, um, to lead and provide. And
Mm.
so my mindset is constantly like, okay, what could I have done better? How can I help this? What can I do to fix this? What can I like? It's just constant
Yeah.
problem resolution trying to go through my
Mhm.
mind. Um, because I don't want to just do it for myself, but like I want to protect people around me or make things easier for people around me. And, it's
Yeah.
just kind of in my nature. So that's definitely an invisible task that I'm always carrying, whether it be at home or at work. What about you, B?
Yeah, almost to kind of piggyback off what you said, I think my like struggle is always feeling the need to do something. Like I have not yet made myself think that it's okay to sit and relax and enjoy and just do nothing. I feel like I constantly have to grow, evolve, achieve something, plan for the next step. So nothing is ever good enough. So my mind is always racing, always trying to figure out how to complete something or do it better. And a lot of this stuff, I have to remind myself that this is self inflicted. No one's
Mm,
making me do any of this. So why do I feel the need to constantly do this? I think this is more of a conversation that I'm having with myself the last few weeks because I am now noticing where I am visibly upset or unnerved or people can tell now where it's getting to me. And it's like, this is for the most part almost all self inflicted because whatever expectations someone might have of me, I'm already doing.
yeah.
So why am I still feeling like I need to challenge myself? Why am I
Mm.
not satisfied with this?
That's a great question to ask yourself. Have you found an answer?
No, I'm
Oh,
drinking.
I'm drinking. I'm drinking instead.
I'm drinking instead.
Figuring it out.
Real quick comment on our Instagram from Vicky Marie. She said, just the mental transition from work mode to mom mode is hard in and of itself.
Mm.
Amen. fucking men.
I believe it.
Yeah, because it's just like you don't get a chance to turn off ever.
Fair.
And so, like, and you know, now I'm very fortunate to have my husband and we have a family dynamic and he takes on a lot of that load for me. He reads me like a fucking book and he can
Oh,
tell when I'm needing a little bit more support. But I was a single mom for a very long time. And I think that plays into how exhausted I am now.
I'm certain.
But like to go from work to single mom mode, man, it's just I used to tell people all the time, I actually still do sometimes. It's like work is actually sometimes my break from my real job. So when both are overwhelming,
Yeah,
it's
where do you go?
yeah, it's a lot.
I give it up to y'all because I said that to Michelle. I said if I came home some days and some kid was asking me what was for dinner and to help them with their homework, I would jump off the fucking roof.
I mean, that's fair though.
Like,
That's
it's just added stress. Again, no break from any, like,
No, you need something from me.
yes. Everyone needs something from you
Yes.
all the time.
Right.
All the time. It's fucking exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
When's the last time either of you actually felt rested?
I'm going to go ahead and say, when was the Challenger?
picture it, January 27th, 1995.
Stop it. Stop it.
Just before my mom reached 9 centimeters.
You were probably stressed out then. You were all squished up in the womb.
You mean I gotta go through that?
It's see, that's the other thing. We come into the world stressed out.
Correct.
That's so sad. I didn't even think
I
about
come into the world, and the first thing you want to make me do is cry? Well, now I'm still crying. How about
Still
that?
crying.
Michelle's answer was 1989. No, but seriously, when was the last time you guys think you felt rested? Whether it was mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever.
You know what? I think it's gonna be for me the last time I went on my trip when I was in Africa about 2 years ago. I think when I had just started this job. Because it was so out of like the city, we're staying in tents and things like that. I was disconnected.
Yeah.
I had no ability to involve myself of any news or, communication that had anything to do with work, life, school, anything that I had going on back home. I was able to disconnect myself.
But was it
and I
because you were forced to due to lack of Wi-Fi?
Absolutely. And it did me more good than anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you know what? I don't need the Wi-Fi. Like, I'm not trying to find the Wi-Fi now.
Good.
This is nice.
Yeah.
So it may have forced me to kind of disconnect or feel disconnected at first, but after a while, it's like I don't need it. In fact, I don't even need the phone. I'm just gonna live presently and enjoy this in this moment of absolutely nothing happening but a beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
I think that's the last time I felt very like that.
I mean, that goes back to what Nikita said about being present. Like,
Yeah.
being present, it's amazing what it can do for your sanity.
Yeah, I do feel like pivoting a little bit. I think about stuff that I've done, that I've seen, that I've experienced, and it's stuff that you'll never ever get back. And if you're in that moment, and I do, guilty of it, of being in that moment and thinking about, well, what's the next part, or how can this be, or what about that thing I said last week, and you don't get to fully be there. And then I'm thinking back on like my trips, my visits, time with family members, loved ones, and just being like, I was on my phone. Like I was responding to something, or someone was calling me, they needed, or I'm putting on, that, I don't want to say a performance, but it kind of is, where you're like, this is my character and how it shows up to ensure that you're having a good time. And you're constantly like, what's my next line? What's the next thing? So I can understand where you're like, it's odd at first to be like, oh, I don't have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but I think the last time that I was like rested, probably like over a year ago. And I
Mhm.
felt like, as you mentioned, we all work together. And
Mhm.
so when you get to that point where you're like, I kind of know what's going on. I know what to expect. I
Mhm.
can
Breathe.
pivot. Yes.
Breathe.
I know the dance steps. I've got the choreography down.
Mm.
So, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, and this is probably going to sound bad, but as we talked about the type of personalities that we are, and I am an introvert at heart, right? So I need my me time to recharge, which I don't get. I've been a mama since I was 20, right? um, but what was it, 7 years ago?
Ma'am, you said pre-pandemic?
7 years
You
ago
said, who was the president back then? Let me pick.
was was the first time in my life that I lived by myself because my kids were living in California during that year. And I was not in any relationships. It was the only time in my adult life that I was able to solely focus on me.
Mm.
And
Was it
it
scary?
took me a while. Yeah, it took me a while because at first the silence was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But I learned to kind of live in it and sit in it. And that's when I truly realized I thought my whole life that I was a true extrovert. I'm like, oh, yeah, I get along with everybody. It's all good. No, bitch, you're not an extrovert. That's when I realized how introverted I was
yeah.
and how good it felt to tell people, no, I don't want to do that.
Oof.
I'm still working on that.
Yeah, but, like, because I was always so busy and overwhelmed, I never really thought about the word no, and really quick shout out to Abby Torres because she did say in our Instagram chat, she said, "It gets easier when you learn to say no and
Mhm.
be unavailable, then you get a break." And that is the truest shit ever because when I lived on my own and I got the ability to only focus on myself, even if it was just for a little while, learning that no is a complete sentence was the best thing I learned about myself during that time because I could say no without feeling the need to have
To
to have to
justify.
explain myself
Right.
to
Mhm.
people. And so it was just simple. I don't want to do that. You know what? Not feeling it today. I'm going to stay home. Or if I wanted to, yeah, sure, I'm going to get up and go. Like, just having that freedom, I was like, "Is this what it's like to not have kids? Holy shit."
Kind of. It's kind of is.
It's kind of amazing. No offense to my children because 'cause they're the love of
Not
my
that we don't have
lives,
them.
but yeah, like but that like, legit, that was the last time I felt rested was about 7 years ago.
Well, Vicky Marie in IG, she said right after her divorce,
Mm,
which sounds so bad, but there was this sudden sense of calm and safety I didn't have for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Love
Getting
that.
basics sometimes.
that key word was safety for me
Safe. Mm-hmm.
because if you are in a toxic situation
Yeah.
and you don't feel safe, whatever form of safe that may be,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's exhausting. It's very draining.
Yeah. To be on eggshells all the time and not
Yeah.
Mhm.
feel like you can rest. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, because to contribute to rest, you have to put yourself in that vulnerable state.
Mhm.
You're
Correct.
never in that vulnerable state, then you're always working, not physically, but maybe mentally or emotionally. You're just
Definitely.
always on guard. You're always working towards something. You're putting up a persona. You're doing this or that. But if you never get that vulnerability, that itself is also tiring.
Yes. Michelle in the chat also said, "This week I have been literally just telling myself, hold it together until you can plan a trip and get away. I don't know if I need a vacation or a sabbatical."
But we being
What's the
very
difference?
serious, it's
Yeah.
like we talk about you can't pour from an empty cup and
Mhm.
you can run yourself ragged. And then we've talked about it before. That lady that was just found down at her desk and they were like, well, post the position.
That's
Mhm.
fucking
Oh, I
horrible.
don't know if y'all read that article of this other girl. She worked 7 days a week and she literally like posted on Facebook or Twitter or something. It's like, your girl needs rest. and she never woke up. We're
God.
like, no, she was a business owner. She worked 7 days a week. She had her family. She had this. She was always constantly going. If you don't listen to your body's going to force you to
Will
listen
shut you
anyway.
down. Yep.
Yes. And that's scary
It is.
because
But
that's the last thing you're thinking.
well, I think a lot of times we've been conditioned to say, like, play through it, push through some, there's the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And I had a cousin went to the bathroom before lunch and they were like, girl, you're taking forever. She was in the bathroom, gone.
Wow.
So you can work yourself literally to death.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you really think about it, and I'm going to sound all fucking whatever. Anyway,
Okay.
we've been programmed to think that our worth comes from the output that we put into everything that we do.
Yes.
And that's not true. And that's a fucked up thing to program into the minds of people. But that's literally what we have, the message that we receive and have received our entire lives.
Right. We're grading you since you're a child. Are you an A student or are you a B student? Are you a C student?
Exactly.
Are you a GT student?
Yeah.
And it's like your worth is not based off of your achievement. And the fact that we feel this way, that's what gets us so fucking exhausted, is because we're constantly trying to, if not outdo each other, it's outdo yourself.
That's
I
the
did
worst
this,
one.
I got to do better. I did this, I got to do better. And I am absolutely guilty of thinking that way a lot of times, or putting that pressure. Yeah. But what do you guys think is the difference between actually being busy and being mentally overwhelmed?
Is it back to what you said? The whole, are you actually producing? Are you actually getting things done? Because you can lay awake all night and play out scenarios from 5th grade and not get any rest, and that's not productive. That's not anything. Or you can be like, oh, I finally got it. I know exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow. This is productive. That's what I would think the difference is between the two. Is it serving you? Is it serving your goals?
Yeah. Being productive versus just busy, essentially.
Doing burnouts, we used to say. Are you, because we had, no names, we had a somebody that we knew that was walking around looking real busy. So busy. And then you looked and you're like, you've just been walking around. Back and forth.
The appearance of it versus what you're actually
doing.
When I brought up the busy versus mentally overwhelmed thing, it really made me think about the anxiety attack that I had recently. If you didn't watch that episode, I recently had one, my very first one. I've never experienced it before. Again, kudos to those of you guys who deal with that shit on a regular basis, because that shit is whack. But in that moment that I had my anxiety attack, I was not busy, but I was sitting in everything that I needed to do. And that's what I was thinking about. And I was just like, and I was just looking all over the place. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to clean that. I got to do it. And I wasn't actually doing any tasks. I was literally just sitting in it. And so it's like that, joke about women and having all these tabs open in our brain and stuff, like, haha, funny, but that shit is real.
It's real.
And to me, that's the difference. Like, busy would have been if I was actually doing the tasks and trying to knock them out.
Yeah.
But mentally overwhelmed is what I got that led me to the anxiety attack. And so it's like, am I busy or am I just busy? And that's something that I'm trying to delineate more in my mind so that I don't get to that point again.
And to that being busy, actually being productive, and then just kind of sitting in it. Also, for me, sometimes I do have these tasks laid out and I'm in the middle of trying to do them. But if I'm getting distracted, I can get overstimulated by that because I'm not completing the task. And it's like you're making me delay.
Mhm.
It's getting delayed. It's not getting done. In fact, like I want to be focused. I'm getting pulled in all directions. So it's like then I'm being counterproductive because now I'm not producing quality work. I'm producing half-assed
Right.
tasks basically just because I'm like, okay, well, if I'm giving myself 30 minutes to do task A, 30 minutes to do task B, and I get 20 minutes into the first one, I get pulled, well, that time's up. Now I got to get on to the next one. Or do I spend more time delaying the next task? Like, it's just,
Juggle.
that's my overstimulation recently. It's like
Mm.
I can't complete the tasks. So it's always, I feel like I'm running out of time. Oh my
Mm.
God, Hamilton, running out of time.
You're gonna break out in song? Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Stay tuned.
Miss Shelley in our Instagram said, "You described my brain scenario. I have a voice literally dictating everything to me, all from the minute I'm conscious to when I knock out again."
Mm.
That's a lot. That's a
Mhm.
lot. It's hard to turn the voices off. I'm hearing voices, guys.
Because again, there's always going to be something to do.
Yes.
You know, how much value you put into those tasks, how you prioritize those tasks, the pressure that you put on yourself to get them done.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is going to contribute to where you're feeling overwhelmed, and when you start being, when you start being counterproductive, or when you start feeling that burnout because of the type of pressure that you're putting on. It's like the value, the end date, the all these things,
Mhm.
and then you're thinking of them all at once, so they're all applicable because now you're just confused on to where to delegate, how to delegate, and how to prioritize. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you're thinking everything all at once, and now you're in overload.
Yeah. And then
And then
there's
I
that
find
mentality.
myself getting paralyzed where it's like, where do I even start? Where
Mhm.
do I even start? And they're like, oh, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. Cute. Are we
Yeah,
talking about
but
the
what's
trunk?
the
Oh, they're
first
talking
bite?
about
Where,
yeah, like
I'm gonna start in
where
the
do
back.
I start?
Yeah. And then there's that mentality of like, oh, well, if I don't do it, it's never going to get done. Right.
Mm.
Especially when like work scenarios or family environments, those types of things. Right. It's always like, oh, well, if I don't do it, then it won't get done. I'm trying really hard to do a better job of letting shit go, because even the state of my household with 5 people in it drives me insane.
Mm.
Okay. Insane. Because I'm very much a minimalist when it comes to like my environment. So when I see shit everywhere, because people just leave shit everywhere, I have to walk away. Sometimes I can't even just, let me just clean this up real quick. Sometimes I'm like, I need to give myself a minute, walk away, and then I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna deal with it when I have the mental capacity to be okay with this shit right now. Because right now I'm about to cuss everybody out. Like,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just, it's hard. It's hard to manage burnout, and it comes at you from so many directions. Um, but I like the fact that Abby Torres in the chat was talking about how it can get easier and what things you can do. So let's talk about that. Let's pivot into that. Like, what are some things that people can do to manage burnout so that it's not as bad, or easier to deal with, I guess you can say? What are some suggestions that you guys have for people?
I mean, I think the first thing we need to do is learn how to recognize what burnout is to you, because it could be different for
Mm,
every individual.
that's a
For
good point.
me, it's I'm getting overstimulated very easily in a lot of scenarios that that I wouldn't typically be losing my shit over. And I'm not talking like I'm like pulling my hair out over, big things. I'm talking like I am like nail biting, digging into skin, like leg, like,
Mm,
tapping. I'm getting overstimulated over what? And it's like, oh, just because two people are talking at each other and I'm hearing both sounds at the same time. That typically on a day to day does not bother me,
Right.
but it is recently.
Your
And
mm.
tolerance is low.
yes,
Well, your tolerance is going down because your sense of feeling overwhelmed is going up,
mhm,
right? Real quick, George Davis in our YouTube chat said it's like screwing in a bolt. The pressure you keep applying ends up pushing it apart instead of keeping it together. And I
Ooh,
thought that was a really good analogy for what you even just said, B. It's
yes.
like it's the you feeling overwhelmed is tightening that bolt more and
Mhm.
more,
And I'm
right?
just stripping the head basically.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
really good. But
Look
yeah,
at
no,
us using tool analogies. No, just kidding.
I think
Women.
I think that that's very true, though, and it's something that I've come to understand very recently because I feel like, okay, well, if I can just do a little bit more, then we can get past this. If I can just put a little bit more effort in it,
Mm,
it's I'm gonna eat this elephant. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get past it. And then when you're like, hold on, I'm looking up. I'm not resting. I'm not resetting. I'm not recharging. And I'm putting in all this effort and I'm getting nowhere. I'm literally running on a treadmill. If I sat down, I'd have a little bit more energy.
mhm.
Mhm.
It's like you instead of saying, "I'm gonna do the opposite so I don't feel overwhelmed," you fed into it more. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
you lean
Yes.
more into it, and it just becomes more pressure and
Yes.
more
But I
work.
think that that's what I've always been raised to do. It's like you're what you effort you put in is what you're going to get out of it.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
so I'm like, if I can just effort myself out of this, well, then when I can't get out of bed or I'm literally just laying there and I'm like, I need to turn my brain off. I like to set it on my nightstand and I'll pick this up
Mhm.
on Monday morning when I'm going to work.
Yep.
But it doesn't.
If only there was some kind of switch.
Just turn it off. I just want to hear show tunes and plant advice. That's it.
Plant advice. Kaya on our YouTube said, back when I hit a burnout point between too much at home and work, one thing that helped me was setting healthy boundaries. I focused on quality time versus quantity of time with family, and that eased it. That's a great point.
That's a good
Love a
point.
healthy
Yeah.
boundary.
The quality time versus quantity, too, is like, it's a great example of kind of what I was feeling when we were talking about my high and my low. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm more focused and more present because I want the quality to come out of it.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
not about just sitting there hanging out together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. What other ways can people avoid burnout?
I think honestly communicating
Mm,
is helpful because I have a hard time saying because I've tied my self-worth to what I do. And so saying that I can't right now
is a
makes me feel like
weakness.
a failure. Yes.
Yes.
And
Oh, thank you,
so
Nikita. You're speaking to my soul right now.
we are resonating. But going and saying, I need help.
Mm,
Can you? I reached that point when I first transitioned, and I had to go to my other team and say, like in tears, and was like, I can't. I
mm.
literally cannot. I need help. Show me. I'm humbling myself. I'm laying it bare. Here's my belly. Stab it if you want to. But I need this help.
Yeah.
And they were able to step in and really put their arms around me and build me back up. But it's hard. It's hard to be like,
Yeah.
so it turns out I don't know everything.
Well, community in these scenarios are so much more important than I think people understand because, again, guilty. A lot of times when I'm feeling very overwhelmed, I tend to isolate myself, which
Yes.
doesn't help the situation. So it's like turning to my community and talking to people that I actually trust enough for me to be vulnerable and be able to share my what in my mind are my weaknesses in the moment.
Yeah.
That takes a lot from me because I'm very prideful and also private when it comes to certain things as well. So like
Yeah.
it's hard, but the community aspect is so important.
Yeah, that support system is
Yeah.
really helpful.
Yeah. Another thing that I've also noticed as far as like managing burnout is that you have to read the signs because there's always signs before you actually get there. Like, are you complaining a little bit more than usual? But why? right?
Are those dark humors getting darker and darker?
Yeah.
Right.
Do they sound more like promises than
Do they
just
sound like you're gonna get some grippy socks over the weekend, and we might
Right.
not see you on Monday because it's 72 hours?
Yeah, it's just read those signs. Like, are you constantly waking up and just feeling exhausted even though you slept 8 hours the
Mhm.
night before? Like,
Yeah.
it's little things that you can pay attention to catch it sooner than later, so
Mhm.
that you can try to avoid it. But like to Kaya's point, to Abby's point in our chats, the boundaries for me, it's I mean, if you guys have heard me talk on any episode, really, I always talk about the boundaries that I've learned to set in the last couple years of my life and how much it's brought me peace and tranquility and things like that. So, like boundaries for yourself and for other people.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, your self limitations. Keep it realistic.
Yes. And respect the fact that you have limitations. Like,
Mhm.
going back to what Nikita just said, it's hard for us to admit that because to us, a limitation is a failure. And so we have to get that thought out of our head and think like limitations aren't a failure. It's just this is where I'm going to fucking blow. And maybe you're doing us a favor by keeping yourself under that. You know what I mean? Like you might
Like
be
you don't
doing
want to get to that peak that you just keep going and just on the other side.
All over, right?
Mhm.
yeah, because it can turn
But
into you railroading people around you.
but I think too, to your point, sometimes, like my brother will always say, it's like, is the whole world against you, or do you need a nap? Have you had enough water?
Mm.
My mom always likes to throw out,
Mhm.
have you had a vegetable? Drink water? When was the last time you went to the bathroom?
It's the last time you took a walk,
Yeah,
moved. You
right.
know what I mean? Because
Mhm.
again, like I said, overwhelming can lead to isolation, which can lead to you being stagnant and then
Mm-hmm.
you being depressed. And
Yeah.
then, you know what I mean? Like, it's
It
just,
feeds into itself.
yes. Abby Torres is in the chat again. Sometimes people need a no to learn their own life lessons. Yes.
Yes.
That's another thing. Like, a lot of times we feel responsible for other people's feelings and other people's lives and other people's everything. And that's
Mhm.
exhausting too.
Right.
Having sometimes especially when I lived in California, like I had relationships with friends that had me like emotionally tapped out on a regular basis. Like
And
I'm
they're walking around skipping like, today's a great
Yeah,
day.
yep. Like today's
yeah,
the
Nobody's
because
worried
they
about
just
them.
unloaded everything on me.
Right.
And
Mhm.
now I'm the one that's fucking worried about you and you're living your best life because you're like,
You went back to that man.
yeah. You went back to that man, bitch. But yeah, like a lot of that plays into all of this. It does.
Right.
Yeah. And then reward. I think we don't do a good job of rewarding ourselves. We're just go,
That's
go,
a good
go.
point.
Fair, fair, fair.
We're just
I
go,
didn't even
go,
think
go.
about that. And so honest, you said that, and I'm like, reward. What does that mean? How do I do that?
What?
I don't need a reward for doing my job or
My
doing
job,
what to do.
what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. Why do I need a reward for that?
Yeah.
But fuck, you got a point.
Yes. We deserve that just as human beings. Like,
Mhm.
why
And
not
then
fucking
treat
reward
yourself.
yourself? Yeah, treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I think, and you guys have touched on it in past episodes, where it's like, this was your best, this was A plus, you went above and beyond. And now that you know that you can do it, you're like, that's just the standard.
Mm.
What's
Mm.
the next level?
It's what's
And
expected.
so, yes. So I think that sometimes going back and acknowledging, I think I told this to Bianca the other day, that I was like, yeah, this is the life and job and circumstances that I in the past I dreamed about having. Like,
Mhm.
if I could just get there, if I could just have, if I could just, I would feel, and then you lose that. And sometimes being aware of it can be its own reward. Like, I had to come back and be like, nobody puts a gun to my head and makes me do this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not being, and it's not about comparing like negative to negative. Yes, someone always has it worse than you. But
Mhm.
when I think back to a few years ago when I was like, oh my God, if I could just, if I could just, if I could just. And now that I have it, I'm just like, okay, but if I could just, if I could just, if I could just.
Mhm. We're
And
never satisfied.
yeah.
I mean, but we contribute to our own burnout. It's self-inflicted most of the time because it's holding ourselves to the standards that we set. No one is forcing us to do this. This is the standards we set ourselves.
Mhm.
These are the boundaries that we don't set ourselves.
Yes.
These are
The love that you accept yourself.
you accept the love you think you deserve.
And I think that's one of it. So I'm good.
Real quick, just catching us up on some comments here. Kaya in our YouTube said, "We are perfectly imperfect, and that is okay."
Yeah.
Yes. She said, if only it wasn't an inferno outside depriving us of those beautiful nature walks. That's very true. Getting out, believe it or not,
Maybe.
just moving is
You
a
know what?
big way to avoid burnout.
Not even just moving, just sitting outside.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Get some
have
vitamin D.
yeah.
I'll look outside. I'm gonna stay in the air conditioning, but I'll look outside.
Yeah,
Yes,
look out the window.
If I didn't still live in Texas, that might be different. Like she said, if it wasn't an inferno outside.
Million degrees
Yeah,
out.
but like sometimes just sitting still.
I love how Nikita's just casually pouring herself.
Just
into the
casually.
glass.
I'm treating myself.
Emptying the
Reward.
bottle. No big deal.
It's a reward. You said reward yourself.
Yes, thank you, Nikita. Good job.
I'm
I love
implementing. I'm
that.
listening and I'm learning.
George Davis on our YouTube also said, "You can tell when we were born based on fears and transgressions. My solution has been to recalibrate those flaws we were fed. It
Yes.
wasn't intentional by our elders, but it becomes intentional by us
A
when
word.
we don't acknowledge and make the necessary changes."
A word. We're breaking the cycle.
Okay.
Mm.
But I think
Pastor
to
Davis
this
over
point-
there.
To this point, the things that, and I'm imagining because I will never be anybody's mom, but the stuff that you want to protect your children from, you instill in them, like, you will never do this. You should never do that. You're going to be better by doing blah, 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 blah. And the world has changed so much that maybe that's not applicable anymore. I have to keep having that conversation with my mom. And she's like, yeah, it's probably like $5. I said, maybe in 1983.
Right.
That's not the case right now. So let's pull it up together so you can look and see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or just coming from, and Bianca and I've had this conversation, growing up and you're a Black woman, a Black child. The way that you are treated, you're perceived, is completely different. And while we have made a lot of progress, we are backsliding.
A lot.
So,
A lot.
The things that have been true for our parents are not necessarily what's true for us. So I like that he's pointing out, you can tell the generations based on what they value, what they fear.
Yes.
Mhm.
I have told numerous people who are parents in my age range that are constantly telling me things like, well, when I was their age or when I was younger,
Maybe
I
floppy disk. I don't care.
Thank you. I say it all the time, you guys. I'm like, the things that worked for our parents with us aren't necessarily going to work with us and our children because one, not only is it a completely different time, but these are different people.
Correct.
And a scenario that worked for person A and B ain't necessarily always going to work for person C and D.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the reality of it. Kaya, real quick on our YouTube, said, truth, there was a very different perception of hustle culture when our parents and grandparents were in the workforce.
Yeah.
It's that hustle, anti-hustle, right?
Yeah.
Hustle versus anti-hustle mentality that's transitioning now.
I'm hopeful. I feel like from what I've seen on TikTok, and TikTok is not the truth, but that
Yes, it is. Just kidding.
it's my truth right now because that's what I'm holding on to. But I feel like the younger generation that's coming up is like, I have to feed myself. I have to do what's right and do what's right for the community.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that, where it's like, no, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to say something. I saw a video this morning. The first video I saw, this nurse is getting cursed out in the OR by the surgeon. And another nurse was like, you're not going to talk to her like that. Whoa. Pre-K pause. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I would never think that you could talk to a higher up that way. You could not. Right. And they're like, no, that nurse said, at the end of the day, we're all people and you should not talk to her like that. And I was like, okay, new grad nurse, come on.
And it's true. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people take full advantage of the changes that are happening, but there's so many younger people that are so self-aware
Right.
in ways that I never was at that age,
Right.
where they can actually stop and say, you know what? I think I need a break right now because this is becoming too overwhelming and
Mm-hmm.
I can't mentally deal with it.
Yeah. I am learning way more boundary settings and self-care tips and tricks and advice from the younger folks than it is the older. I'm
Yes.
sorry, but you say TikTok is not a source. It is a source because that's what I'm relying on to say, hey, I don't know what to do because, my parents didn't know what to do, so they didn't teach me what to do. I still don't know what to do and how to handle that burnout. But this younger generation is figuring it out.
They are.
And
I
I
love
am
their
taking note.
honesty. I love because it's not a new thing. People have been burned out. People
Mhm.
have done crazy things in the pursuit of maintaining an image
Mm.
and going home. I have older generations that are like crying themselves on the drive home, and it's
Mm.
like this has always been around. So if you can just be honest and say, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. I don't feel that I have the bandwidth right now. I can give you 100% if you just let me have 2 days. Give
Yep.
me 30 minutes, give me an hour, whatever it is. I think that honest communication, would love to get to that point where
Mhm.
I can just be like, hey, this is the chink in my armor. This is what it is. I'm learning. I'm trying to get better. But
Yeah.
as it is right now, I am empty.
Yep.
Mhm.
I think the last thing that I can think of as far as like things you can do to avoid burnout would be simply just do something that you enjoy doing for no reason, not for a purpose, just because you like doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking turn on buy that
I
plant,
bought some new
girl.
plants now.
Yeah. Buy that plant. Turn on the music and dance.
Dance.
You know what I mean? Like act goofy. Like when's the last time you just ran for fun? Or, like look at the things that kids do.
Both me and Nikita were like, huh?
Huh?
Too far, bring
Like
it back.
I'm like look at the things that kids do is what I'm saying. Like
No
they
judgment. It's
they do things just
Yeah.
because they like to do them. Like I tell people all the time, I wish I liked anything as much as my daughter likes fucking bubbles.
yeah.
Like go back to basics and just go back to the simple things that you enjoy and just take a moment doing that and that will help.
Yeah. I
I
took
remember
tomorrow off to do this. So yeah.
jealous. But I remember to your point, Teresa, that really stirred up in me during the pandemic.
Mhm.
We were training, we were moving, we were grooving. It was nonstop. Bianca and I used to play, is it COVID or am I just tired?
Fun game. Good
And
Wow.
yeah,
A risky little game.
I distinctly remember being in the kitchen in my apartment, dancing in my kitchen, not all the way dressed, drinking out of a bottle of wine, and my dog just looking at me like we are blaring music and it's 4 o'clock in the
Yes.
morning.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't have to do anything tomorrow. I'm having the time of my life.
Yes.
It's great to be alive right now. There's so
Mhm.
much bad stuff all around us. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. But right now in this moment, I'm having a good time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it just changes your entire perspective.
Yeah.
It does. Any last thoughts because we are at the top of the hour.
No, not the top of the hour.
Any
um,
last thoughts, last bit of advice, anything?
recognize it, acknowledge it, know what's going to take you out of that burnout, whether it be communication, a boundary, relaxation, disconnection, something, community isolation, whatever it is that you need that's going to fill your cup back up.
Yes.
Take it, listen to your body.
Listen to your body.
Nikita, any final words?
Final words. No, I would say echoing what Bianca said, you just have to be honest with yourself.
Mm.
You guys on the last episode, because I watch all of them, was talking about
Yes,
are you tricking yourself or are you moving forward with that? Is that a lie that serves you?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to be like, hey, we've been lying for 6 months now. Maybe we need to re-examine and tell ourselves the truth.
Mm-hmm. Last words for me will be focus on what you can control. Because a lot of times the reason that you're overwhelmed is because of something somebody else is doing or something that you just can't change, unfortunately, or maybe you can't do anything in this moment.
Hmm.
So focus on what you can control. Mind you, it's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah.
And then let go of being perfect, because nobody is.
Give yourself some grace.
Yes. I think to your point, easier said than done. Sometimes you can see it in others and extend them that grace, and you have to remind yourself, we are all people.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and give the same advice.
You is kind. You is smart.
You is important. And to that point, be kind to other people because you don't know what the fuck they're going through.
Some people are assholes, and I stand by that.
Yeah. I mean, you can be an asshole and still be liked, but just don't.
I'm hanging around.
But yeah.
You really honestly never know, because someone might be at their lowest low and they're putting on a brave face for you. And
Maybe they might just be overstimulated too.
You, like, to your point earlier, Nikita, you might be that 13th reason. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting a little too close there for comfort. That you might be pushing somebody over the edge.
Right
You
over
just
the
don't
edge.
know. You just don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Abby, she loves naps.
Who doesn't?
Reset. So let that nap be 30 minutes. Let it be 3 hours.
30 minutes?
Yeah. We'll see.
They say a perfect nap is 25 minutes.
I feel like that person who said that,
I feel like that's a lie.
really enjoyed a good nap.
It's a good power boost. 25 minutes.
They never had
say also to raise your feet up, and it has the blood flow going back to your heart and your brain.
Oh. Feed my heart. But great show, guys. Great advice. Thank you to everyone watching that participated and gave their gems on our YouTube and our Instagram. We love y'all for it. Thank you, Nikita, again.
Listen,
at the last second.
Shift differential. I'm going to be looking at my paycheck and seeing if I see the hours.
Checks in the mail.
I never checked the mail. That was my fault. I never checked the mail.
Yeah,
it was an interim title.
We'll snatch it so
cash it quickly because it might not be available by the time you cash it.
Oh God.
Oh man. But if you don't know where to find us and all the platforms that we are on, Bianca, let them know where they can find us.
If you have not already, or if your family member, coworker, or friend has not, you can like, follow, and subscribe to us on our social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at It's No Secret Podcast, as well as our TikTok at It's No Secret Podcast Live. And if you can't join us for our live stream every Wednesday, then you can definitely listen to us every Sunday on Spotify and Apple.
I liked the little gestures that Nikita and I were making while B was doing that. So if you're just listening, go watch our YouTube so you can see everything we just did as well. All right, Nikita, take us out.
Just remember that it's no secret.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.